Good morning, everybody. Richard here. I'm the owner of Alternative Energy Solutions in Waterford, Michigan. We're going to be doing a site prep for a install today for a Hopsco Airstove model 1500, and we're going to be installing the stove in this area. The door's going to be facing this way, so the customer can open the door. They're going to store their wood back here underneath this deck. Our pipes are going to come up from the back, 90, come across up here, go through the top. This is a double hung window. We're going to go through the top of this. We want to keep the ductwork up high. It's a full 8-foot ceiling inside here. This is a utility room, washer, dryer, furnace, that kind of stuff in there. And they got to be able to walk around inside. So we're going to keep the pipes up high enough up by the ceiling that they can walk underneath of them. So what we're going to be doing is this window will get moved down. We'll build an insulated box in here that the ducts will go through. The cold air duct will be coming on this side. We've got a spot that we're going to pick up inside there for the cold air return, and then the hot air will go down this side, go down and go over and connect into the plenum for the furnace. There's a gas forced hot air furnace in the house now. So basically the front of this stove is going to be 8 foot out from the house, and being the stove's going to be orientated this way with a door on this side, the exhaust is going to be back here another 4 feet. So where this exhaust comes up here is going to be more than 10 feet away from the house. So we won't be falling into the regulation of having the chimney be 2 foot higher than any roof within 10 feet of it, because we're going to be further away than 10 feet. We're still going to run probably 15 feet of chimney on this, because we want to get up above the roof there, so if they get an occasional wind out of the south in the wintertime, the smoke won't be blowing towards the house. Typically prevailing wind here would be blowing this smoke away from the house anyway, which is a consideration that you want to think about when you're trying to decide where you're going to put it. So that's where it's going to be installed, where it's going inside the house. Now, this customer didn't want a permanent cement pad because their intent here is, in the summertime, this backyard area faces the lake out here, and they don't want the stove here in the summer. So they're going to take this stove, move it. They've got a shed that they're going to keep it in the summertime, which will actually increase the life of the stove because it's not sitting out in the weather through all that. But basically what we did here, I dug out this area. We put 4 12 by 12 patio blocks down. We leveled each space off with stone dust. We tamped that stone dust, got a nice solid base. Then we put the blocks down, and the customer also wants the stove up higher so that you don't have to bend over as far to load the stove. So we've got the blocks down here, then we put cement blocks, then we got a 4 by 4 on top. So we're 12 inches above ground level is where the base of this stove is going to be. So in the summertime, they'll be able to remove those blocks and the 4 by 4s, and that area will be back at ground level. They'll be able to mow right over that. It won't be a trip hazard, and no one will know that there was an alternative source of heat here for this house in the wintertime during the summer months. So again, just to recap, there's the window that we're going to be going through. It's a double hung window. We're going to go through the top part of that into the inside, connect into the furnace. There's a door over here, so the customer's going to be able to come right out the door, walk over to this area where the stove's going to be. They're going to keep their firewood underneath that deck there, and should be a pretty nice setup for them. So we're going to be going through this process and recording the installation of this unit. And again, just to let you know, we're going to be installing this Hopsco Airstove. We're the distributor for the state of Michigan and the state of New York for Hopsco, and we're doing an install here in Michigan. So anybody's got any questions on installs, we're going to have this on the internet. We're going to have videos through the whole process of installing it, electrical, the pre-burn checks, connecting it up to the furnace, testing the whole system out. We're going to record the whole thing for you so you can see how easy it is to install one of these units. So this will be a continuation, and this is the end of part 1.